Hi. We're getting small. We're getting small. Perry became very small. For those of you who don't know, Perry tends to become very small. This is a transient condition and should arouse no concern. Verily, he thought to himself, I'd better hide from the cat. While Perry was hiding from the cat, he thought to himself, any sociologist will tell you, gross income distribution leads to a host of catastrophic ills which can destroy any society. These ills include elephantiasis of the financial sector. How's that for gross? A kind of compaction of wealth into the hands of a few people who always go insane because they've got too much money, and they aren't going to thank us for bailing their sorry butts out. And Perry became even smaller still, until he was the size of a vibration, the size of a wave. And he thought to himself, the smaller I get, the clearer it becomes. Only a strong leftist government can possibly wrest the money from the hands of the 1%ers who may best be regarded as totally nuts.
Daddy? Daddy?
Yes, my tow-headed son.
Why has conservatism failed so catastrophically?
Short answer, because it was tried. Here, in a nutshell, is why conservatism failed, other than the obvious fact that it was tried. Son.
Yes, Daddy?
Do you see yon gigantic piles of manure?
Oh my God, we've just started watching another great Perry Logan show, and he's showing us images of gigantic piles of manure and playing a song, or something like a song, which, so help me God, he calls gigantic piles of manure.
Hey, are you on drugs, kid? Do you see yon gigantic piles of manure? Well, this is an apt image of why conservatism, as it was practiced in the U.S. over the past 30 years, hath failed.
Hath failed?
Hath failed, kid. Now shut up. Conservatism has failed because, you see, money is like manure. No, really. Money is like those really surprisingly big piles of manure you see over there. It's just like money, you see. It ain't no good unless you spread it around.
It ain't no good unless you spread it around?
Why, yes, we know that number. Maestro! money, 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 my friends, is like manure. All piled up into one place. It's a terrible, terrible, useless, disease-ridden, carbuncular, fistulated, pathological thing. And I say that with love for the 1%ers. This one goes out to the 1%ers. It's October 13th, 2011, and we just want to say to the 1%ers, no need to thank us. Hey, this show is coming out of, it really is coming out of October 13th, 2011, what can I say? And these are, well, finally something good has happened for me to be silly about. I don't know, since Obama came along, there's been nothing good in politics to talk about. Oh. Well, I mean, I've made fun of stuff and been silly about stuff, but it was all terrible stuff ever since Barack Obama came into town. Now, if you have any thoughts, theories, hypotheses, or other speculations on why this might be so, shoot me an email. Yes, we were talking about those great piles of manure, which are there a little bit off screen. Manure is of no use when it's in these big piles. I don't know why I do it. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm a manure hoarder. A manure hoarder!
I'm not. It's a metaphor, you silly bitties. I hoard metaphors. Hey, but you take that manure and spread it around. Oh, it's the best thing in the world. Well, that's the point, of course. Money is the same way. If it's bunched up and compacted and coagulated and constricted into, well, let's face it, constipated masses in the hands of the rich. The 1%ers have what could be called, I'm sorry, in physiological terms, constipated masses of money. Too damn much money. I don't care if you still want more. 1%ers, this one goes out to you. We're holding our breath waiting for you to say thanks for the dough. Thanks for the dough. Hello, Wall Street occupiers.
Hello, Wall Street occupiers.
Hello, Occupy Wall Street.
Hello, Occupy Wall Street.
This is Perry Logan.
This is Perry Logan.
I love you.
I love you.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
It is not true that I have the hots for you.
It is not true that I have the hots for you.
But you are the first good news.
But you are the first good news.
Since the appearance of Barack Obama.
Since the appearance of Barack Obama.
And don't you see? It's all about income redistribution.
Income redistribution. Income
Everybody now.
redistribution.
Income redistribution. What do we need?
Redistribution.
Wall Street protesters. Wall Street protesters, your attention, please. Hey, I have had it with this human microphone stuffed. The bloody New York Police Department is laying on my friends, the Wall Street occupiers. And I, Perry Logan, have seen fit to simply ignore the damn rule and just amp it up here, okay? No, give me an I. Or give me an N. Okay, you can stop repeating. You can stop repeating stuff. I've got a mic here. I got a sound system here, like the Wall Street occupation movement deserves in every town and city across these United States through which it is spreading. You see, this is the real deal. This is what the Tea Party was kind of a little goofy parody of. The Wall Street occupation movement is essentially what the Tea Party was kind of a children's puppet show of. Like a little child's finger painting of a populist movement. That's all there is to it. I'm slaying the crowd here. Well, it really is, isn't it? The Wall Street occupation, which I am keeping my distance from, after all these jokes about not being hot for them. This is good news politically, and it really is all about income redistribution. That's what we need. Not to brainwash you or anything, but income redistribution is what America needs, and it needs it now! And to the 1%ers who are looking on in their mansions in the clouds, feeling less safe in their own country, go figure. But to the 1%ers I say, don't bother to thank us for the dough we just got done bailing your butts out with. It seems to have escaped the minds of the 1%ers, who obviously think they're gods, I'm sorry, but it seems to have escaped their minds that, you see, we just got done bailing their butts out because they screwed up so mightily. Hey, in the Perry Logan paradigm. This is Perry Logan with the Perry Logan paradigm. And in the Perry Logan paradigm, the rich are essentially thieves who made it big. I'm sorry, mostly thieves who got lucky. I'm sorry, they got lucky. They made it bigger than anyone could have imagined. And they think they're gods. They have pretty much gone insane, and we, the people of the world, have had it. There's like a general strike building in the US, and this all ties back to the topic of the failure of conservatism. Yay! I'm sorry, but to put it in earthy farmers' terms, why not me, but posing as a farmer, I say, see, money is like manure, no good unless it's spread around, and 30 years of conservatism has impacted and compacted the money into useless, pathological, fungus-riddled, worm-eaten balls of money. Too much money, we're coming to take it away! Woo!
Welcome to an educational video from Perry Logan entitled The Failure of Conservatism, or Why Conservatism Has Screwed Up the Whole Country. This is an artist's conception of a normal body politic. Note how money, represented here by these weird little things you're looking at, is flowing freely, making the body politic strong and healthy as money changes hands, creating more commerce, more jobs, and everything. Now look what happens when money is compacted into great big gobs of constipated material with fungus, worms, pus, puke, spittle, mucus, snot, and crap all over.
Yeah, this Perry Logan show is making me sick. I'm making myself sick. Well, I'm giving you my colorful and vivid version of what the folks I love, the Occupy Wall Street protesters, keeping my distance, but all kidding aside, I'm very filled with delight and very grateful. I'm going to calm down. I am truly very grateful to the Occupy Wall Street people. Thank you, all of you. And it's not just young people, of course. It's the 99%ers. Hey, by the way, I just took a minute there to try to reason with the 1%ers. Thought I'd mention that, in my opinion, 1%ers just don't realize that when money gets compacted, when that much money gets compacted into the hands of a few people, it really damages society. It damages society, it induces suffering, it increases disease rates, it destroys the safety net, it messes up the educational system, it leads to fascism, it leads to what would have to be called elephantiasis of the financial system. Did he say elephantiasis of the financial system? Hey, that is one of the symptoms of the grotesque income inequality which came about from Ronald Death Squad Reagan, who is being flayed in hell. But not for screwing up the economy, for the Death Squad thing. Right, Ron?
This is Ronald Reagan. Yes, Perry, I'm being flayed in hell for the Death Squad thing. Now there you go again. Back to you, Perry.
Thanks, Ron. That was Ronald Reagan being flayed in hell for the Death Squad thing. And not for screwing the economy, compacting the money into just a few hands, where, of course, it cannot possibly do anyone any good, not even the 1%ers. And I did try to reason with them, okay? And before they take this, like, unauthorized microphone, hey, New York City Police Department, may you do a term in purgatory. May you do a term in purgatory for inhibiting the free speech of my brothers and sisters, the Occupy Wall Street protesters, who political scientists tell us is the first left-wing populist movement since the 1930s. This the opinion of some political scientists. Perry. Well, it is simply a movement toward income redistribution. I'm giving you my take on it. I'm excited about it, and I hasten to say the Wall Street occupiers are eschewing political left-right stuff. They are eschewing naming a leader and all this kind of stuff. And I respect that, but I gotta point out that I think that the underlying theme is a lefty one. It's class warfare, the class warfare that Reagan started. You know, Reagan, the guy who's like, he's on the rack. Did I say he was being flayed? No, he's on the rack in hell. Well, but not for all this economic mayhem. 30 years of conservatism is what we're recovering from. It's 30 years of conservatism and people on the streets. 30 years of conservatism, we're almost a fascist state. 30 years of conservatism, we suffer from grotesque elephantiasis of the financial sector.
That's grotesque elephantiasis of the financial sector! Ah!
Just one of the diseases that come about from compacting our money into constipated balls. That's all there is to it. Oh! I'm sorry I keep shooting you, but I've got to do it for your own good. Wall Street occupier? Come here, you! I love you! I'm sorry that always happens. Hey! I'm sorry that always happens. Hey! 1%ers, you have way the hell too much money, and we're gonna take it away. No, you just be quiet now, you just be quiet.
1%ers? 1%ers, listen to me, look at me,
Mouth and all, read my lips. You have too damn much money, and we are tired of holding our breaths, waiting for you to thank us for bailing your little butts out. Why, don't you remember it was just a few months ago we, the people of the United States, bailed your sorry little 1%er butts out because you screwed up the whole economy. You are not gods. You are people who have gone insane from being too lucky. You're thieves. You are thieves, and we love you. You are thieves who have gone insane. You have so much money, that money is compacted in a kind of a constipated way. This is what I'm saying. In disease-ridden, worm-like, fungus-infested, postulating, carbuncular compactions of money. You have too much money, and we're coming to take it away. Then you'll feel better. Hey, Wall Street occupiers!
Hey, Wall Street occupiers!
This is Perry Logan.
This is Perry Logan.
You know, the only way we're going to get the money from the 1%ers...
You know, the only way we're going to get the money from the 1%ers...
Shame on the New York City Police Department for silencing my brothers and sisters. Hey, Wall Street occupiers all over the country and all over the world, part of the first left-wing populist movement, they tell me, since the 1930s. Now look, it's all about getting the 1%ers not to say thank you for having bailed their sorry butts out. It's all about getting a more even income redistribution. That's why I'm so very hot. Like any good lefty, I am very hot on income redistribution, i.e. the reversal of the disease-ridden trend of the last 30 years. It's pretty simple. The failure of conservatism, well, is because it was tried, and because it compacts money into a few hands. That is definitely what has happened, and Obama being very conservative. Lefties know Obama is conservative. It never ceases to amaze me that right-wingers come over to lefty blogs and tell us that Obama is a socialist. Isn't that kind of nervy? Doesn't that kind of support my view that the right are some white guys with inflated egos? White guys, mostly. White guys, come on. All right, I'm sorry, but what all this is leading up to is that the only way to get that money from the undeserving one-percenters who think they're gods and are controlling our government is by saving our government. We're going to have to somehow save our government. It's going to be government that takes the money away from those people, I promise you. They are not going to open up their hearts and say, well, you know, I'm a one-percenter and I'm so damn good, I could easily make another fortune. You don't hear them say that. I don't think their confidence gets up. So, we have a kind of a, you could call it a disease. That's the failure of conservatism is the disease we suffer from, the misery that has gotten Americans out on the street. There you go, quaderat demonstratum. Don't you know?